faraway lands. Most often, boats supply unsustainable fishing methods, catching many species at one time without the right gear or license to process as food. This creates a devastating effect called bycatch. For every pound of seafood that makes it, an estimated 5 pounds are thrown overboard and wasted. Sharks, sea turtles, birds, dolphins, whales. The ecosystem suffers. From the oceans, distributors take the seafood first for processing. From there, it's sent to local markets. This means the seafood could be contained for weeks before it ever gets to a restaurant. Of the 125 to 150 million tons of seafood caught each year, roughly 20 to 45% goes uneaten because of improper storage and transportation. And when the fish is delivered to your restaurant, the journey is complete. But one must reflect on this journey. How did the fishermen pull the seafood from the ocean? Did they kill the ecosystem to catch the fish, only to lie and sell it as sustainable? Is the restaurant selling the real fish being paid for? And what about all that bycatch that doesn't make it to your plate? We can do better than this. There is a better way. By the year 2048, the United Nations predicts our entire planet's oceans will be commercially fished out. We must adopt new standards in how we catch the world's largest source of protein. In this journey, we'll have smaller vessels, employing more people. We'll take our time to catch more fish without wasteful bycatch. The oceans will repopulate. In this journey, the oceans will have lawfully designated fishing zones. Mass overfishing will be prevented. Restaurants will buy a variety of species from traceable sources. In this journey, governments will come together to provide regulation in the fishing industry. We'll require proper licensing to curb rampant pirating of fish. In this journey, there will be transparency. We have a right to know what fish we're purchasing and where it comes from. We'll use the power of the dollar to drive change. And when fish is delivered to this restaurant, the table will still have its magic, but it will feel different. This time there will be more nobility in never having to doubt a fish's quality, where it came from, or its impact on the environment. That's the way it should be. That's the way it will be, as long as we come together.
We have our ingredients here. We have our hand water, we have our sushi rice, we have nori, which is seaweed in Japanese, avocado cucumber, and then we have some Dungeness crab mixed with our house aioli. So to start off with, we'll take our makisu. This time we're covered it in plastic, that way it doesn't stick to anything. So then we'll take a sheet of seaweed, place it in the rear part of the mat, towards the edge, get our hands wet. Not too much water, just don't want the rice to be able to stick to the hands, see? We will spread the sushi rice evenly, starting at the top, and then rolling it down to the bottom, towards me. All right? Have an even distribution over the entire sheet of seaweed. Next, we're going to take some sesame seeds, sprinkle them over the top, flip it over. Then we'll take some of our Dungeness crab. We'll spread it right down the middle of the roll. Take some cucumbers, place them on the front half. Slice up some avocado and put that on the back side of the crab. This way, when you roll it up, everything looks nice and pretty. We're going to lift up from the back, pulling all the way up. We're going to make a nice half turn, so you can see it there. Rolling forward, putting some even pressure on our hands to form a tunnel shape, and then it's finished. You're going to wipe your blade. From here, if you'd like to, you can take some fish, put over the top with some avocado, make a rainbow roll. You can just slice avocado all the way across. You can do lots of different things for making covered rolls. But the basis of a California roll is always good because it tastes really good for the center part. From here we're going to cut, doing a draw cut, pressing back forward, and then finishing. You're using about 80% of your blade when you're doing the first draw cut, going from the rear to there, pushing forward, and then slicing back. Then you can go ahead and finish. Have a nice even 8 pieces. Have our plate in front of us here. Set it down, and there we are. And this is how you make a California roll.